Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 worth of £2 coins which we're hunting through, looking for commemoratives, the ones with more than face value, but ideally looking to fill the book. Links are down in the description to the books that I use if you want to pick one up. It's an Amazon affiliate link though, so I do get a bit of commission just so that you're aware. In terms of what we need 3 Commonwealth games, Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland, having only ticked off England so far, but we're really not that many hunts into this book. But we have been rewarded by many coins being already filled. There's a gap for the Navy Centenary with the flag era and then Britannia's on onwards, but really we're in the final stages of getting the hardest to find coins for the book. So let's get into the bag, see what we get. So into the first bag, I'll show you what we're after. That's technologies, which we don't really want to see. We will see that more than any other coin though, but there are some lower minted years, just not low enough that I think that they're worth keeping or looking out for. That is Jody Clark's 5th portrait, so no, it'll be something. It's dated 2016, so it's probably going to be a Britannia, which was the definitive design from 2015 until 2022, replacing technologies as the definitive design. It's a smidge over face value because they are low minted, but not the most amazing find, but a great first coin for sure. And we got our first coin over face value, so we can't really grumble at that. What's going to be really interesting, oh there we go, Marconi's wireless transmission there. Pop that up on the top row because that's a very common coin. What will be interesting though is seeing how rare the new definitive coins are. The flora and fauna set, wildlife set, whatever you want to call it. The King's new definitive coins. There we go, VE Day anniversary. Very common, the most common commemorative £2 coin in circulation. There's Brunel's achievements, the archers at Paddington Station, which is very nice but very common. This looks very shiny. What's this one going to be? 1998 Britannia, how weird. It just looks too nice, doesn't it? Portrait frosted? Hard to say on that. It's very shiny in the background fields, apart from obviously where it's been battered and bumped. But that looks very nice. I think we are going to keep that one for the oddities box, just because the condition is outrageously nice. Well, some of them obviously, there's lots of smudges in their fields as well, but do let me know in the comments what you think that coin could be. Army Centenary 2016, so we check for rotation error, which it doesn't have on this coin. Edge inscription should be for King and Country, which is correct. I check all my 2016s whilst doing the hunt for the edge inscriptions, because it seems to have been a bad year for the Royal Mint, putting the wrong edge inscriptions on coins or minting the wrong coins on pre-inscribed outer blanks. And there's another VE Day anniversary, so again a fairly common coin, as is this one, the abolition Act of Union. I get all the A ones mixed up, I know you go and then always say the wrong one. So check the rotation error on this one. It's hard to tell which way is right, but think of it as a map. The Thistle of Scotland is north of the Rose of England, is the way I remember. And there we go. No rotation error on that one. We'll keep going trying to find that though. That would be a very cool error to find. I'm not sure if I found, other than on commemoratives with rotation errors. I will check through all the coins for rotation errors, of course, and edge inscription errors too. But I'll do that at the end of the video because that'd be too much for me to try and do and keep prattling on about things. But the ones that we know are out there, I do tend to try and check. But yeah, in terms of commemoratives with rotation errors, I've only ever found, I think it was a gunpowder plot, which had the most slightest of a rotation error. It was really small, and if I hadn't had a handful of the Guy Fawkes gunpowder plot £2 coins in my hand comparing, I don't think I even would have spotted it. If I just had the one coin and taken it and rotated it, it was literally like this much. I'm not sure I would have spotted it on its own, but And again, with such a minor rotation error, I don't think there's any value to it. It has to be quite a drastic error for it to attract the interest of a coin collector. That's going to be something. 2012, is that Charles Dickens? It certainly is. Sometimes you can tell what they're going to be from the obverse, because the obverses are unique to some coins. A bit like with the 50p's, the Kew Gardens and the... whatchamacallit? The Kew Gardens, the Commonwealth Games and WWF 50p's, they all have the same but unique obverse. So sometimes it's easier to spot than others. But no, I'm very excited to start seeing the new definitives out in circulation. We've got Rugby World Cup there. Again, fairly common coin, not too exciting. But it's a new one for the hunt, so it adds a bit of variety, doesn't it? Now this again being Jody Clark's fifth portrait will be something. It's Shakespeare's Comedies, very nice. This is the rarer of the 3 Shakespeare £2 coins. All the World's a Stage, so that is the age inscription as it should be on that coin. The Shakespeares are a bit weird because they do tend to sell for either a smidge over face value or quite the margin over face value, so that's what part of the reason why I put a range of values up when I do them. Oh look, how weird. I think this is the 3rd or 4th one I found. It's backwards. So we have the obverse of the inner with the reverse of the outer, and then we have the reverse of the inner with the obverse of the outer. Now some people claim this must be a minting error, but the thing is, a die which creates a Technologies coin like this is all one piece. The outer and inner are not struck separately, they're struck in one go, and as part of the minting process it expands the outer, expands the inner and locks it into the outer. So the only way this has come about, and you can see because there's quite a bit of damage to it as well, is that someone has managed to force this inner part out, flip it round, put it back in, and whether you just do it with brute force or whether you do it with, some people have said, oh, if you freeze the coin it shrinks it, because that's what happens to things when they freeze, they get smaller, and that gives you a bit of wiggle room to force the inner part out. But it's obviously quite a bit of pressure that you've got to apply to a coin in order to get the inner part out. But there's another Shakespeare Comedies. All the World's a Stage, so again that's fine. And there's the Marconi's Wireless Transmission, as we know, very common coin. When I was on my VIP tour at the Royal Mint Experience, which was a fantastic day, part of that, so a part of the standard tour you get to walk past the great big window of the coin press room and see everything that's being minted, and on days where they're not striking things you can actually go in onto the shop floor and they guide you around it a little bit. Before we get back to my story, Lord Kitchener is a very common coin, but there is the obverse mule. It should say on the head side, the obverse, £2 at the bottom, which this one does unfortunately. If it doesn't say £2 on the obverse of the Lord Kitchener, that is a mule error, which is a very exciting, rare and valuable coin to come across. So yes, standard tour you get to see a bit of the coin press room, and on select days you get to go out onto the shop floor, which is very exciting. Army Centenary, no rotation error for King and Country, that's fine. And I've always seen there is a machine, and I can't remember what they call it, but it tests the strength of the inner and outer parts of coins. So it will apply pressure to the inner until it pops out, because I can't remember what the level it has to be as a minimum. Oh, Trinity House. I've had that one today, but it is very common. So yeah, I forget exactly how strong the bond has to be for them to okay the batch, but I've always wanted to see it in action, and we never get an opportunity to see it in action, but on the VIP tour we did, and it was very satisfying seeing this press coming down and pop, and it went straight through and the inner bit came out, which is very cool. Shakespeare Tragedies there, that's our second Shakespeare, but that's the middle of the road. It's not the rarest, not the most common. What a Piece of Work Is a Man. This is one that's definitely worth checking for the edge inscription error, because I have actually found one in the past which was very, very exciting. It said For King and Country instead of What a Piece of Work Is a Man. It's part of the reason why it's worthwhile memorising edge inscriptions, and I know I have a terrible memory. I'm consistently forgetting things. Oh, Florence Nightingale there. Like I've forgotten to do an edge hunt so far. We'll do that in the next bag. So if I can learn the edge inscriptions with my poor memory, I'm sure that anyone else can as well. Okay, edge inscription hunt then. So £2 are unique, the last coin in circulation with an inscription on the edge. It's unique to each design as well. If it says standing on the shoulders of giants, we know that will be a Technologies definitive, which I think all of these are. Nope. So nothing there. Let's try again. Roll the dice once more. Okay, right. Here we go. Am I not a man and a brother? You know what that is? Give you a moment. Am I not a man and a brother? It should be the abolition of the slave trade. There we go. Fairly common coin. But there is obviously the variant that didn't circulate. You can see this has got a textured bobbly pattern in the background field of the inner planchet, or inner part of the coin. There is a version with a smooth finish and the initials DG to the bottom right of the 7, and that is the version that didn't go into circulation, just the collector's sets. Here we go. Wireless bridges the Atlantic. We know what that is, don't we? Be another Marconi wireless transmission. Anything more? Anything more? Nope. I think that's good. We got 2 commemoratives though. It's always nice finding commemoratives in the edge hunts. Otherwise it's a bit of a wasted time. But I think, was it the last bag? The last book, we found a Commonwealth Games by the edge inscription, didn't we? And that's where it gets very exciting. Finding a coin, a rare coin with an edge inscription, especially the Commonwealth Games, because you never know what it's going to be until you pull it out and find out what flag is on the design. Right, active union, no rotation error. Oh, we haven't had that one today. It's the DNA double helix. It's a beautiful, intricate design, and in proof and silver proof, this looks absolutely stunning. Even though it is a very common coin. Look at all those coins we found. We found tons of commemoratives today. A nice variety of them. Not exceptionally lucky with our above face value, but lots of different commemoratives, which does make the hunt quite exciting. But I guess the question is, when will we get a new commemorative out in circulation? It's been so long on the £2 coins that hopefully sometime soon. Although with the new definitives going into circulation, I reckon that might have scuppered any hope of a commemorative £2 coin going out into our change for quite some time. But surely they could do like 1 million. Just 1 million of one would be great. Yeah, not even 1 million, because some of them are as low as like 650,000 in recent years. So surely if they're going to do, I don't know, 20 million of the new definitives, can't they just maybe do 650,000 of just a commemorative? I think that would be great. I don't want the commemorative to be the rare, the definitive to be the most rare coin, because I think it'd be nice for those definitives to get out and about and people finding them, because those cool designs I think would really help getting new collectors into collecting coins. But we are on to the last bag of the hunt. It's been an okay hunt. I can't grumble at the results, but as ever, links are in the description of this video to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come and join that. There's also links to my social media channels, the PO Box address you can write into me with, and of course the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel, who I work for as my day job making videos to them, so please do check that out too. I'm going to whisk through these coins, see if there are any errors I've missed throughout the hunt. Unfortunately, no errors found throughout all those coins, sadly. That is the way. In terms of our star finds, I'm going to give it to one of these 3. This one not because it's red, just because it's kind of unique and weird and bizarre. The 1998, I've got no clue what's going on with that one, why it's so shiny, so let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. And then the Shakespeare comedies, because I quite like Shakespeare comedies. But let me know in the comments what your favourite coin from today's video is, and all it leads me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.